What's going on, guys? This is the Red Rogue, and today I'll be doing a quick little tutorial on the Mists of Tirna maze. That's odd. Whenever I say it gets bleeped out. Oh well, you'll just have to assume I said it correctly. I've seen and talked with a number of people who don't quite understand how this amazing feature works in the dungeon or on the Mistcaller boss fight, so hopefully this guide will help you out. So let's dig in. A quick shout out and thank you to the latest patron of the channel, Marcel. Let me know when you get a chance via Patreon what name exactly you want in future videos if you're watching this one. While Mists is a 3-boss dungeon, some would consider the maze the equivalent of a 4th boss due to how time-consuming it can be. It's actually really easy once you get some practice, and you'll definitely want to since you'll also be dealing with this puzzle as a mechanic on the 2nd boss as well. After defeating Ingrammalok, the 1st boss, you'll be introduced to the maze. There will be several pedestals you have to stand near to make a glowy image show up. This will have a combination of symbols, and there are 4 pedestals in total for each area. One of the 3 pathways is the correct one, but you'll have to deduce which one it is, otherwise you get sent back to the beginning of the maze if you pick a wrong door. Or during the Mistcaller boss fight, it involves a big explosion and it hurts a lot, so don't do that. You'll either have a symbol that is a leaf or a flower, which will either be filled in or empty, and it can have a purple circle around it or no circle. This combination will result in one of the 4 not having the matching feature, which is the path you must go to. You can of course check what all these symbols are while fighting each pack of enemies in each room, otherwise you can do it after they're dead if you want to be more cautious. The easiest way to show examples of this is during the Mistcaller boss fight, which is what awaits you at the end of the maze. During this fight, the boss will go into an intermission where you'll have to figure out which clone is the one you need to be DPSing so you can continue the encounter. Otherwise, you'll take a lot of unnecessary damage as they'll be casting this spell at you that does increasing damage for every time they cast it, and if you destroy the wrong one, it does a huge burst to the whole group and it does a lot of damage, even on lower difficulties. Since you'll have 4 symbols pop up at the same time over each of the adds in the boss fight, this makes it a great way to show examples of what types of symbols there are and to show you which one's the correct one. For example, this first phase of the guessing game will show a pretty good example of which one is the correct one to eliminate. I'll give you a few seconds before saying which one is the bad one. Okay, time's up. It was the one that did not have a circle around it. The reason why is because not only are there 2 flowers and 2 leaves, but also 2 of the symbols are filled in while the other 2 are empty. This leaves, the only other feature they all have except for one to be the purple circle effect. We'll do another one from this fight real quick just to see if you get the idea. So which one is it? Well, we have 2 circled symbols and 2 filled in symbols, so it can't be either of those features. However, we have 3 leaves, which leaves us, with our flower as the only one left. And the final round, just to see how quickly you can figure this one out. Our answer is the circled flower, since we have 2 of each type of symbol, and 2 of them are filled in while 2 are not. It's honestly a pretty easy little mechanic once you get some practice in and see all of the various combinations that there can be, so I'd recommend doing some lower keys or even just specifically queuing into Mists on Heroic just so you can get some practice in. Messing this up in a Mythic Plus key can be very frustrating in the maze section since you get sent all the way back to the beginning, and on the boss fight, like I've mentioned, it can be highly fatal to kill the wrong one or to take too long to decide. Anyways, I hope this little tutorial on both the maze and the guessing part of the Mistcaller fight was useful to you. If so, then maybe consider leaving a comment or a like, or if you end up watching some of my other videos on the channel, then maybe even consider becoming a subscriber. I cover all sorts of content, ranging from guides, tutorials, add-on stuff, week-or stuff, and if you couldn't guess by the name, rogue-specific stuff too. As always, a huge thank you to all of my regular viewers, commenters, subscribers, and especially my patrons, who all help make these Shiba Shenanigans possible. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the Red Rogue, and I'll see you guys around.